Bankruptcy for self-employed in England. The question number one, can you continue your business in bankruptcy? The next question will be, what happens with your business assets when you go bankrupt? And the third point, can you be director of a limited company? Those are pretty important and good questions to consider before you file for bankruptcy. The point's number one, can you continue business as a self-employed person in bankruptcy? The answer to that question is yes, you can. There are some restrictions on that. There are some disadvantages of being self-employed. Overall, if you run business as a self-employed person, if you have assets, in many cases, those assets would have to be sold. If you employ people as a self-employed, then you would have to let go those people as well. However, in principle, if you wish to continue your business, for instance, as a self-employed CS registered self-employed construction worker, or you have a small business with no assets, let's say you have a single car up to the value of £2,000 and you want to continue your business, you can do it. The disadvantage of bankruptcy and being self-employed is that you will not, while you're bankrupt for 12 months, you will not be able to obtain credit over £500. It's not only the money credit from the bank, it's a goods credit and service credit as well. You will not be able to get it just for 1 year, so no credit over £500. If you can manage without credit, then nothing stops you from running your own business as self-employed. I suppose it's pretty good news for self-employed people. What happens with your business assets? In bankruptcy, in general terms, your business assets, if you have a house, if you have an expensive car, if you have a furniture used for your business, may be sold. However, if you have tools of your trade, let's say you're a self-employed construction worker, you have drills, you have equipment, you have fittings, fixtures, and you need those assets to continue earning money for yourself, for your family, then those assets will be saved in your bankruptcy. Yes, you have to disclose them. However, you can negotiate again about buying back those assets from your trustee in bankruptcy, or indeed, maybe in some ways it is better just to sell them, pay a little bit of money to your trustee in bankruptcy and buy a different assets. You need to be really careful about excuse me, buying assets when you're bankruptcy. In principle, you have to disclose about assets. Overall, if you have basic things up to the value maybe £3,000 to £4,000 that help your business to manage, help you to manage your business, then of course you can save them and continue. Yes, some of their business assets may be sold. Overall, basic assets can be saved. This is one of the beauties, one of the advantages of going bankrupt in England and Wales, the possibility to save your business assets. Can you be director of a limited company when you're going through bankruptcy? The answer is no, you cannot. This is one of the bankruptcy disadvantages. For the periods of 1 year, so the 12 months, whilst you bankrupt, you will not be able to run your own limited company or take part in promotion or management of such a limited company. You will not be able to be a shadow director as well. What my clients do if they company directors or shareholders there are two ways. One way to sell their business based on the business market value, perhaps pay some of the creditors, perhaps use some of the money for your family to live on as long as it's reasonable. And then you can be employed by that company doing a basic job if you wish so. Or you can go and work for someone else temporarily just for 12 months' time. After the time your bankruptcy is over and your debt's written off, you have a fresh start. By fresh start in relation to your business, it means you can become a company director. You can open your new limited company or be a shareholder. So after your bankruptcy is over, that's written off, back to the business as a limited company. Those three main points I wanted to mention about the self-employed. Yes, you can be self-employed whilst you're going through bankruptcy. Some of the assets may be sold, and no, cannot be a company director. Those are things in this part of my presentation about bankruptcy for self-employed in England. I'm reminding you that if you have any questions at all, you can click on the link in comments and you can ask me a question live, or you can write a comment and then I'll answer your question. So please go ahead. Since there are no questions, I'm happy that everyone is understanding what I'm saying. Everyone is probably knows already quite a few things about the bankruptcy or how to avoid it. I'm just simply reminding you about something that you already know. It's a positive thing, I suppose.